Pause the cinematic edit. We gotta open this guy up. Boys, ripping this guy open. Yo, they send out so much swag. Alrighty, now this guy is gonna be freaking sick. This right here is a license plate cover. The ICE300 does not have a license plate cover. So, you know, it looks a little bit weird. I'm weird. I don't know. We might put this guy on. We might not and just leave the license plate bent up because, you know, it's kind of cool in JDM. So let's set that guy right there. Next up, we got like a little jet tag. That thing's really cool, dude. That thing's like embroidered and crispy. And that thing feels freaking nice. Next up, we have a couple of stickers. Let's be honest, the best part about car parts is stickers. So we got a couple of these little stickers, boom, 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 and then we have a couple of these big stickers. These are like the same size stickers that we have on the Miata's livery, which is really nice because we're going to be redoing the Miata's livery here shortly, and well, I didn't want to ask them just to send out stickers, so this worked out absolutely perfectly. Thank you, guys. Next up, we have a t-shirt. This is really cool. This is going to be my second t-shirt from them, but my first t-shirt is absolutely destroyed. Next up, inside of here, we have the owner's manual, instructions, and everything like that you need, another itty-bitty little sticker, all the tools you're ever going to need to work in them, and the dual spanner wrench, adjustable coilover tools, whatever you want to call them. Some people get upset when I call them spanner wrenches. That's really all they are. They're just glorified spanner wrenches. Anyway, now for the part that everyone... Oh, bro, no way. Dude, these guys... I had no idea they were including these. These guys right here are adjustable dampening rods, but they're extended adjustable dampening rods. Most of the time when you adjust dampening... a little rod right there. So for a small car like a Miata, that's fine because you can reach in and twist it. For a bigger car like the IS300, it's kind of a pain in the ass to adjust the rear dampening because you have to go inside of the trunk and move body panels. These guys attach onto it, and as you can see, they're kind of bendy and flexible, and then you can adjust your dampening from inside of the trunk without having to gut your trunk and go full race car, which for my VIP street build that I'm doing, that's absolutely perfect. I cannot thank you enough, the team over at Silvers North America. Now, next up, let's pull out a coilover and take a look at this. Now, the coilovers for the Miata is also custom Neomax coilovers with Swift springs and everything like that. These guys are also custom coilovers with a custom spring rate. So for my VIP street build, I'm not going for a full-on drift car that needs a whole special, you know, suspension geometry so that when the car changes from transition to transition, it handles the best. I just wanted to slam my car to the ground, hence the Neomax Super Low kit, but I also wanted it to ride really comfortable. So the 10 and 12K springs, that's really going to help with being able to be slammed to the ground and having stiff enough suspension that I'm not going to destroy my body, bumpers, everything like that, but also giving me enough comfort that as I drive around, it should be relatively nice. I'm not too sure, but anything's better than the coilovers that are on the car right now. Now that we got the package open, back to the cinematic edit. Alrighty, so now I got all the coilovers outside of the box, and I just gotta say, I probably have like 1 or 2 cinematic edits in this video just because of how beautiful these freaking coilovers are. But seriously, dude, just... God, I said the same thing about the coilovers when they were in the Miata. The coilovers on the Miata are even more beautiful because they have copper springs and copper accents all on them, like the Swift springs on those are copper, and it's just, everything on those are truly perfect. These things look absolutely gorgeous, and the Lexus, whenever I jack it up, it's going to look really, really nice. I have everything else laid out. The adjustable dampening rods came with all of these brackets right here. I believe these brackets are all for your brake lines. Something like that, but not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But next up, we got to get the IS300 into the garage. Now, we did pick up the garage a little bit. Anyway, so I did clean up the garage a little bit so the IS300 should be able to fit into the garage, so that's really nice. And I'm thinking, just thinking, the IS300 pulling into the garage, we could do like a... Goddamn, it's not working. So first off, we got to take off the lug nuts. So I don't know if this little Harbor Freight impact can do it, but nice. Now that all the lug nuts on the back of the car is off, next up we got to jack up the car. That's really easy. Alrighty, and just like that, now the car is completely in the air. 100%. All 4 corners of the car is in the air. Do not worry about that. So next up we're going to come down here, and these are the stock coilovers. Not stock, but these are the coilovers that came with the car. If you're doing this on a nice stock IS300, you're just going to have stock struts, but this car already had coilovers installed. It makes a horrific noise when driving.
Make him squeak.
God, that noise is absolutely perfect. And this is the reason it's making that noise. the preload, somebody just terribly adjusted. This is why you never go with cheap coilovers, and you never do something you're not 100% certain you can actually do it properly. Because these are cheap coilovers, they probably backed down because the threads didn't properly lock, and it caused the preload to get way adjusted like this. Because look, I can adjust the preload with my freaking bare hands. Normally you need a coilover tool for that. That's not good, bro. So in order to actually take out the coilovers, next up we're gonna need to go into the trunk. Now that we've hopped over inside of the trunk, this is everything we're going to need to be taken out. First off, we're going to have to take off this little floor mat right here. This one is really easy to take out. You can just pick it up like this. Then next up, you're going to have to come in here and take off these wheel well covers, and that's going to expose the couple of strut bolts. I believe it's 3 on each side, and they're probably torqued down to like maybe 30 or 40 foot-pounds, so you can probably break them all loose with an impact, like the same Harbor Freight one we used on the wheels. To take it off, I believe there's going to be a couple of clips like this guy right there is probably a clip. This would be a clip on that side, one more there. So there's probably, I'm missing a clip right there, probably from the previous coilover install. So it looks like there's going to be probably about 4 clips you're going to have to take off in order to access to the struts back there. So now that you got your entire trunk stripped out and it's kind of low-key looking like a Lexus race car, or a Lexus wannabe race car, now we can actually take off the top hat bolts that are inside of the trunk. Or the top hat bolts in the trunk, at least for these coilovers, I don't know what the stock ones are, but these guys are actually 15 mil, and I think I could probably just zap them off with an impact, but I'm not too sure, so if it wants to actually go on, I need a deep socket. So once you broke all the top hat bolts loose, next up you're actually going to put the bolts back just about hand tight, so you can take off all the bottom bolts down here without having the coilovers wobble around too much. I'm pretty sure for the back it's really easy. 1 bolt there, and then I think a nut on this side. Yeah. So in order to take off the bottom bolt right there, all the tools you're going to need is 2 ratchet wrenches, both of the 17 mil socket, and possibly a cheater bar, which this is just part of my jack handle right there from the red jack, since that one's a little bit more beat up than the blue one right there. That's literally everything you're going to need to take this off. And even, to take off the top hats in the trunk, it's a 15 mil. So you need 3 sockets, 2 wrenches, and a long metal bar. That's insanely easy. This is why I love coilovers. It's insanely freaking easy. Cross my fingers, nothing's too rested, and then it takes like 8 hours, and I'm eating my own words, but whatever. Alrighty, so now that you have the 2 17s on here, you're just going to be taking this bolt off, and once you get it all off, wow, that is actually already off. That's really easy. Next up, you got to take this guy out. You might want to grab a hammer or just the back of a socket you don't really care too much about. Now you can just push down on your strut like this and pull out the coilover. Really easy. Gonna work? Honestly, those aren't that bad. Take that out with the old and in with the new. Now, these are the old coilovers, and I did not do a single thing to this. This is exactly how they were in the car. You can see the springs are way too loose. The top hat bushing is all destroyed. The bottom bushing, oh my god, that is freaking nasty. Oh my god, bro. All of these guys are all chipped up. That's the problem with cheap materials. Is look at that. I don't know if this is showing up on camera, but you can really see how chipped it is just from probably adjusting it a couple times. All of these guys are rusted. This guy's starting to strip right there. This is the main reason you don't go with cheap products, is after a little bit they're gonna end up like that. With these guys, will never end up like that, and these things are just freaking gorgeous. So let's grab these guys and throw them in. Alrighty, so I threw the coilovers on. This is without adjusting it. I think that might be just a little bit too ambitious, and just a little bit, a lot of bit ambitious for right now. Once I get a set of wheels, maybe I'll go this static on the car, but even without any body kits right now, I'd be almost laying frame. That is insane that these coilovers can go that low. Like, Jesus, Silvers, you guys do not play around, bro. I am tucking like 4 inches. That is, wow. So lower this guy, and you can even see with the springs not compressed, I'm still tucking fender to lip, which is absolutely insane. So let's take off the wheel and adjust the coilovers so that way it's more of a practical ride height. The very last thing we got to do to install the coilovers is flip the car around. I already did that. Take off my wheels, start popping up the hood, take off the top hat bolts, drop the bolts on the bottom of the coilovers, lower my lower control arm, take out the coilovers, put the new coilovers back in, put everything back together, throw the wheels back on, close the hood, and in theory, the full Lexus is completely done. But I think that you already saw that, so I'm pretty sure we could just do... And now that all the coilovers have been installed, the Lexus is absolutely slammed, bro. Oh my god. Now, someone stole my bumper last night, so,
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
And I love living in this neighborhood. Anyway, the Lexus looks so freaking good slam, bro. So I threw it on these Hyundai wheels because, you know, you already know that my tires started going out, and tires were $550. These were $250, and I actually sold my stock wheels for $500. So I made like, what's that? $250. Yeah, I'm good at math, don't worry. So I got paid $250, $250 to buy these. I'm terrible at English right now. But I don't know, sometimes I get like this. Anyway, they don't look good on the car, but from like a distance, hold up. They honestly kind of go hard in the car. I'm just saying, oh bro, that looks good. And what's really cool about these coilovers is they have adjustable dampening, so I can get in there, and as you can see, the car isn't really bouncing. Kind of hard to tell, but the car isn't really bouncing and I'm jumping on it. Now let's hop inside of the trunk, change the dampening, and now that the dampening is changed, I can hop up here, and the Lexus is way more bounce on it. So that's really cool for the daily aspect of the car, and it rides really well.